Hi, my name's Summer Finlay. I am a Yorta Yorta woman and I'm doing a PhD, and I decided at the beginning of my PhD to video diarise and post on YouTube my experiences in the hope that I could help other PhD students or potentially encourage other people to do a PhD, particularly Aboriginal people. There's a lot less Aboriginal people, as you can imagine, who have done or are doing a PhD. And I've been talking about my challenges every week, or what I've been doing, or just the things that I'm excited about. So this week has been a week of challenges for two reasons. One, because I've been so busy. If you're on Twitter, you would have seen potentially the IHMA Day 15 hashtag, which was something that I was involved in organising along with Melissa Sweet from Croaky and Lenore Geyer. So that's taken up a lot of my time, and working in Aboriginal health is one of the reasons, one of the things I'm very, very passionate about, which is why I actually spend a lot of my time doing things like that I don't get paid for, but actually have what I would consider a reasonably large impact. And I guess, my passion is one of the things that is going to help me actually do really well, both in my PhD, because it'll help me get through the tough times, but it's also one of the things that will motivate me to do the best that I can. And at times it can hold me back, I think. This week has been an example of that. So my passion and my single-mindedness at times is something that I think is going to be quite difficult. What I'm talking about specifically is my belief that ideology underpins everything that people do, and that includes both Aboriginal people and also policymakers and politicians, and that's what drives us whether we realise it or not. I don't believe that anyone's impartial or unbiased. Everything we do is coloured by our experiences, our upbringing, our perception of the world. All of our motivations are coloured. There is no such thing as impartiality, in my opinion. And so when I consider that, I think about having to develop a research project which is both scientific, evidence-based, draws on methodologies within the public health space, and also the fact that I believe that ideology and institutional racism colours everything that is done within the Aboriginal space, and melding the scientific with the kind of philosophical and creating that something that is achievable and will also benefit the Aboriginal community controlled sector is challenging. Partly, and it has a lot to do with the fact that everything that is developed within the Aboriginal space is built on previous policies, which are built on previous legislation, back to the day of invasion, where there is ideology and everything is intertwined and interconnected, and that both science and ideology and philosophy cannot be separated. And finding a balance within that for a PhD, I think is going to be one of my greatest challenges. It's said that Aboriginal people are born political, and the reason why we're born political is we have no choice but to be political, because everything we do is politicised. Aboriginal people are politicised. We are rolled out as the good news story when the politicians do something good. We are criticised heavily in the media when things don't go well. And so there is never this neutral ground that Aboriginal people are starting from, and trying not to politicise my PhD to the point that it undermines the scientific nature of it is something I'm struggling with. So hopefully we come to some sort of, place where we're all happy. That's my supervisors and I, because I really, really want to do this PhD, and I really want to do it not just for myself but for community, and I really hope that whatever it is that comes out of it is something that is benefit to everybody within the sector, and that includes politicians, policymakers, funders, Aboriginal community controlled health services, and of course myself. So that's pretty much me for the week. Do make sure that you check out IHMA Day if you're interested in Aboriginal health, because I think that is something that will definitely interest you. Anyway, signing out for the day.